Right, hello everybody, Up Our Chieftain here, and welcome back to an episode of Elden Ring, the Wretched playthrough. We're still in Caelid, as we were at the end of the last episode, and I've actually picked up a new Ash of War for us, the Flame of the Redmanes, as you can see here, which in actual fact was part of the, it's one of those invisible spinny ball things, whatever they're called, scarabs, and I was going to show trying to kill it, but I realised it's a waste of time. Like a couple of recordings, it took me a while. You know what? I'll just get it and I'll show you. The reason we want this is because it does mad damage. It's pretty broken. We've been using Ice Spear as it is, which is already pretty broken. But this will change a lot of things for us. I mean, with Flame of the Redmanes, we're able to stun even those big birds, which are normally a nightmare in 2 hits. It'll make exploring Caelid a lot easier than it would otherwise be. Although, to be fair, the Ice Spear is pretty good. Although I feel like the Flame of the Redmanes is slightly lower FP consumption, but we'll do a comparison. Speaking of, I've also changed the loadout slightly. I did actually do a bit of inventory management in between videos. As you can see here, I say that still got to tidy up our bows and our staffs and things, but I got rid of and the shields. I got rid of all of the weapons that we're not going to use, keeping some of the heavy stuff. But we got some things to get rid of. But what I'm thinking, looking at it, doesn't look like I got rid of a lot, does it? Anyway. Previously, we've been using the spear, which was Patchy's short spear. Yes, I know I killed Patchy. I'm a bad person. What do you want? It was an accident in my defense. I didn't realise just how squishy he was until there was a combo attack that murdered him. But anyway, it is what it is. This was originally Patchy's spear, and it came, I think it was +8, something along those lines. It was already very strong, so we put Ice Spear on that, and I was able to just wreck enemies. But I realised we've got this Spanish Knight's Cold Halberd that we picked up from Edgar the Revenger in the Revenger's Shack. Now, Edgar was Irina's father. If you remember the Irina quest that we found, which was sacrifice outside Castle Morn, well, a long way to ties into Castle Morn. And obviously, she doesn't make it, basically, and he goes post-nuclear. Anyway, but we killed him. And it has a pretty frightening moveset. It comes with Wild Strike or something along those lines. It's pretty horrible when you get it. But I've decided to put Ice Spear on it because it scales with intelligence, and it already comes as +8, so we can level it up. We need some summons, we need some smithing stones +3, which I'm a bit in short supply. I think I wasted them on this spear, but I hadn't really thought this was. To be fair, I've been using this in a separate playthrough, and I've really been enjoying the moveset of it. Just because it's got a sort of sweeping R2 and a jumping attack, so it ties in nice both with Flame of the Redmanes and the Ice Spear. You can just do a lot of damage. Now we've also got the Night Runner glaive here, which is actually probably a better weapon to put Flame of the Redmanes on in retrospect, but we'll have to level that up. We'll see what we'll do a contrast and compare, see what the damage output is, but it may be better to just push this halberd up to the top, just because until later in the game, the smithing stones are generally quite short supply. Now I can't actually show you the R1 attack this because my controller's a bit hit and miss at the moment. But we should be able to demonstrate Flame of the Redmanes. So what we'll do is we'll change the Ashes of War now. We need to upgrade our spear. Where is it? Flame of the Redmanes. Here we go. With the fire damage. Yeah, and obviously our strength is not as high as our intelligence at the moment, but it's one of the reasons we want to get a couple of things to help. If we reach the area, can I? It's just going to be really frustrating because I can't. I've actually got a new controller. What it is, the shoulder one of the R1 sketch. I don't know if I dropped the controller or what, but it's a real ball ache. I do have a backup one, but that's also kind of on the way out. So I've actually ordered a new one, as I said, but we'll see. But watch this in the short term. Oh, see, I wish I could just do the other ones. This off. Anyway, we can do that. Oh, what's this? No. Yeah, we need to boost our strength a little bit to really get the benefit of this. But look at that, it's got area AoE. And it will stagger most bosses, you know. Those dogs, it'll stun in one hit. Most of these guys, it'll stun in one hit. Those big birds, it'll actually stun in 2 hits. And because it's got the AoE, you can just kind of spam it and it will do... I mean, I used it on General Radahn. It was kind of ridiculous. This will allow us to kind of level up relatively quickly. The other thing I want to pick up, was we want to change our talismans. We're going to get to that. You know what, actually, there's a better way. Let's jump to... not there. Yep. Where am I? Yes, we want to get on this here. Way up here. And 2 things we need. Great turtle shell, which is a phenomenal shield. Perhaps not anything else goes there. Let's get right back down to the bottom, like so. As I was going to say, it's phenomenal, but perhaps not for the reasons you think. Not for its powers per se. I say powers. Where am I? It's here. It comes with barricade shield, which is relatively okay. You can actually, that's just kind of automatic. You can actually put your own Ash 4 on there, which will change it quite a bit. You know, regardless of what you want. I mean, the best thing is to put on there, sort of carrying retaliation, spell parries, that kind of thing is much better. But what its real strength is, I'm just going to put this in a heavy load for sure. I don't know if I'll be able to demonstrate. I'm going to have to show you between videos. The strange thing is, the shoulder button works sometimes, and other times it does not. Yeah, like that. Yeah. But as you can see, while it's on your back like that, as in, it actually recovers your stamina. I believe it's 10%, which kind of means we can do away with the green turtle talisman, which will help us out a lot in the long run, because what I want to do, our carry rate is relatively low, and also our HP is low for where we are, because we are a hybrid build, so to speak. Our stats are kind of all over the place, as you can see. We've got a strength mixture of strength and intelligence. And it kind of this later in the late game is not such a problem, but we're kind of in the no man's land at the moment between level 60 and 50 and 100. It kind of it's kind of make or break. Well, this is kind of where the build comes together, in all honesty. But you don't have any points to spare. So our endurance is low, means our carry rate's low. We've got very little mind, which is kind of bad for a mage or a spell sword, so to speak. And our vigor is low. Now we actually believe I was using a great rune, right? But we can take one, which will help some of our problem, like so. But this means so what this will do, this will actually boost all of our stats, as you can see, which is vigor up to 33, mind to 17, blah blah. It basically gives you, it's got a great rune. It'll give you 5 increases every stat by 5, which will allow us to use, in fact, gives us faith in arcane, which we haven't got at all before previously, which means, well, as I said, for one, we can't die because it'll write off the rune, but also it means you start doing a bit more sort of damage, so to speak. Also, what I'm thinking about, I've got to change this. I don't want all this shit in my inventory. Don't need those. Let's tidy up. Let's completely start our quick slot. Because my OCD will not let me. Like that. And then here we want. Yep. Actually, yeah, let's put torrent there. Yeah, sorry, it's boring to watch, no doubt. Yeah, that's those, and then we'll put our summons here. We're using skeletons, aren't we? Skeleton militiamen, ashes +4. Now these are okay. Yeah, right. Also, I want to speak to this merchant while I'm here. Actually, well, let's have a double quick look at the stats. Right. Yeah, the reason I'm thinking is because our previously slide away from these great runes, but it gives such a boon, especially in the early game. Because if you, we're also using the the Religan Scar Seal, and if we, while we're in Cadiz, we're going to pick up the Religan Source Seal, which also increases certain stats by 5. It'll give us, I mean, it makes us squishier. Don't get me wrong, because it reduces our damage negation by about 10 to 15. I think it's 10% in PvE. Single player, I should say, but that also boosts our stats. If you look, we switch between, yeah, it drops us right down, but it comes in quite handy. And the source seal obviously improves them more further. We also have the Two Fingers Element, which raises faith. What we want is actually the Star Scourge one, which increases our strength by 5, I believe, which will put us near the 40 range. And if we get, there's another item we want to pick up before we get any further, which will help a lot. Well, there's two. There's another talisman we want to pick up. We want to pick up the Tree's Favour, which will increase our vigor or and carry weight and endurance, I believe, by a percentage. But that's at the bottom of the Fringe Folks Hero Grey, which we will get to. So way back where we started, if you remember the imp statue in the Stranded Graveyard right at the very beginning of the game. That's not a very fun area. So I need to make sure we have a bow, we have some arrows, because that area can be very much not fun, to put it bluntly. We also need to pick up this. I've obviously got a mark here. There's a strength knot crystal tier we need to pick up. Now it's going to be a pain to find that, but we'll jump there in a minute. I just want to buy a couple of things from my friend here. Again? Yes. From my merchant friend here. Now, I wanted to buy, I noticed you've got another Soulstone Key we're going to pick up now. While you have the runes, I would always recommend you buy everything up, like every Soulstone Key you find. Because as we progress through the game, certainly as your build starts to take shape, you will progress through the game a lot quicker than certainly we have been doing so far. And you don't really want to be coming back to areas to find. Did this merchant have that? Did that merchant have this? I can't remember. Bollocks to that. No. Pick up, clean up what you can, get out. So we also want to buy another cracked pot. Now we haven't been using the cracked pots as much in the playthrough as the kind of build comes together, but it's always worth having. I also want to pick up this talisman. You can actually start with this cruise armor medallion at the beginning of the game as sort of a keepsake, but it will allow us to pump our health up, our HP up by a little bit if we need it. But also, again, it's more of a completionist thing. Just buy that now, so I won't have to come back. Basically, this means the rest of this stuff we can write off. We won't ever have to visit this merchant again for any fucking reason. Okay.
You will.
So, next thing on my list, where are we going to go? We are going to jump to the Limgrave, and we're going to jump to the Warmaster's Shack. So, yes. Right. Hello, my friend. Yeah. Also, if you notice, this allows us, because of that Great Rune, it gives us just enough endurance that we're not in a heavy loading with our gear, which is kind of fine. Yes, it means we can get rid of this green turtle talisman and put something else in if we want. I'm not sure what we're going to put instead at the moment. Yeah, we'll get the Tree's Favour. We'll get there in a bit. That's kind of the end of this episode, really. Right, let's go. Didn't really need to drink the flask of water, secret, whatever. Alright, whatever. So, get up here. Let's pick up these runes, what I'm thinking about, actually. No. Again. Just so we don't have to come back here. Alright. Hello? Alright, you can stay there then. Right, normally there's kind of a bigger one. A bit more valuable rune, I mean. Okay. Never mind. Let's go find this crystal knot here, shall we? Ignore the angry dudes. Caden Warriors, I believe they're called. Very cool armor, though, I have to say. I know. Wait. This is it. We'll walk through that just to clear it off. Clear it off. Now I'll pick up the other two. There we go. Strengthen up crystals here. Now that will help our flask of wonder physique. Actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I'll just show you what we can do with Flame of the Red Veins. Yeah, look at that. 2 staggers. This unreliable R1 is really going to cause problems. I may have to, between this episode and the next one, I may have to bring out my old controller just to, because certainly with boss fights, it's going to be a real ball ache not being able to use the R1 reliably, because especially when you stagger enemies like that, that's going to be a pain in the bum. Did I get rid of this? Oh. There's actually something else I want there, but we'll leave that. That's for next episode. We know it's not actually essential. It's kind of pleasures. All it is, it's a frenzy. I want to say frenzy flame, but it's just not. It's a village of frenzy or something. You can get a couple of, if you're sort of faith builder, a couple of things to pick up here, which are quite good. Incantations. But there is also another church of Marika around here somewhere. We can pick up another crystal sacred tear, which will be very helpful for our character. Just because, well, not at the moment because we have relatively small bars, but as our bars, health and stamina and FP bars increase, you're going to want to heal more. Right. This next one, what we'll do actually is change our flask of wonder physique. So we've been using this like protection bubble. We don't want that. We've got the increases magic attacks in a mixed physique. What we could also do is increase fire attacks like so, and temporarily strengthen mixed physique. When we take these two, this will. I'll just demonstrate quickly. Again, it's not essential. But where am I? We drop that to just demonstration purposes. Bosh. Now we have our flask of wonder physique, and now we have 44 strength. That outstrips our intelligence, which is crazy, really. So, this is why I kind of went for strength intelligence build, because we have the option to be a bit of a strength boy. Or a wizard, depending which way we go, depending on as we progress through the game. Obviously, I have prior knowledge now. I've completed the game with a faith character, which I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of at some point soon. And I know what it takes to take the Elden Beast at the end. You know, all these builds in between are kind of fun, but at the end of the day, you've got to be able to kill that thing. that's another conversation. Redigan, not so bad. Elden Beast, very bad. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's press on into... Actually, to be fair, we probably want to cancel this as well, don't we? Yeah. And actually, I also want to check if we have... We've got a bow, which we should be able to use these, right? Yeah. We got arrows, yeah, we're fine. You'll see why we need bows in a bit. Better just drop that out, it should be fine. So let's roll. Now this poison build-up is a bit of a pain, but don't worry about it too much. I think I have actually got all the ingredients to make some preserving bonuses. But it's not really an issue because we're not going to come back that way. We've got to watch it well, unless we assume we're going to die. And this place is not the most fun you're ever going to have in your life. I hate this place, actually. Any of these times. There's a couple of these in the Octus Plateau as well. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't like it. Because apparently they can just hurt you or whatever when it does the turn, so you've got to keep your distance. If we died in here, it's going to waste our rune arc, which is going to be a pain. But I felt that. Right, let's go. Let's get into this archway here. Like so. Yeah. Just run down here like this. If you like. Now there's going to be a guy on the other hand. Oh, aren't you a pain in the backside? We'll just keep. We got to be mindful because we take an insane amount of damage. For one, because we're wearing this Burger King mask, the Twin Sage Glintstone Crown, which gives us, it boosts our intelligence greatly, but it also makes us squishy. We increase our damage negation, it decreases our damage negation, as does the Relic and Scar skill. So one of the options we're going to do, once we boost, the reason I want to boost our strength with artificial means, it's because it means I'll be able to. I want to get rid of this crown, and once strength is at a certain point, because once it caps off around 50, I won't need to put any more in it for a while. Flame of the Red Rains will carry us for quite some time, as will Ice Spear. And what we can do is we can level intelligence the old-fashioned way, if that makes sense. And we can spend the next few levels pushing intelligence and vigor, getting them both around 40, and that will help a lot because you need vigor in this game, and you also need better damage negation. Let's go. Ah, hey. No, there. Oh, please get off me. Shit. Please leave me alone, man. Right. Forgot about him. Right. Okay. That was a bit stressful. Sorry about that. That was a lot more stressful than it needed to be. So, right. Now this next bit is quite tricky. So we put it on the top of health and get two burn your health potions around knots. Okay. Just run down here. Now this pathway narrows significantly. Let's get in here in the short term. Not yet, it doesn't. Well, you'll see it very shortly. So we actually want to get down here. A handy dandy little secret. Oh no, you can get lost, little man. Yeah, none of that. Have some flame of the red mains, little dude. Have some flame of the red mains. Right, there's another one there. Again, not even right about R1 is going to make this such a problem. So I'd rather just Flintstone arc him to death. Oh well, that works. Yeah. Okay. Well, there goes healing. I'm not quite sure why I've got rid of this great bow in oh no. Forgot about that. I forgot about that. Right, okay. Oh, I think about this. I don't want to do that right now. No, we have no means to heal ourselves. This is the problem. This is the problem. There is another drop there, I believe. Yeah, let me just double check. Oh shit. Oh, come on now. That's what I mean, we are far too squishy. As we are. Okay. No, there is actually a way to kill this thing. I'm not sure how to do it. I feel a bit squishy right now. Well, I am a lot very squishy right now. Yeah, this way. But if we die, we die. Oh no, now we're dead. Oh. Well, I got rid of them. No bother, right. Yeah, there's actually a way to take this thing out, which will make exploring this place a lot easier, but I can't remember how to do it. Off the top of my head. And running around with one health potion is really not the way I wanted to do this. We might have to... So it's a boss. Ah, that's the last thing I want to do. Is there even a stake of Marika rats? Yes, there is. Alright, okay, well... We'll try. We'll try. On a button. There we go, right. Take this. Hopefully we can... Oh no. Yeah. This will not end well for us. Yeah, well, a death is not the end of the world. Because obviously we will respawn outside the stake of Marika and we'll have all of our resources back. Minus the rune arc, which we will have to pop another one. But, you know, stake of Marika, please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to pop another one of these rune arcs, so what that means is we can't die again. Quite frankly. So we'll take you. Gotcha. Right. Right, okay. That's not good. He looks super angry now. Gotcha. And that's the end of the tree spirit. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Bajnar Oleg. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you Flames of the Red Mains. The most broken Ashes of War I've ever seen. But, yeah. This changes everything. And the more strength we have, the more powerful our weapon becomes, the more deadly that Ashes of War becomes. So between that and Ice Spear, we've kind of got the elemental thing covered. And if you remember, we also have this, where is it? We also have a great sword, and there's another fun thing I can show you with this. Again, because we're a strength build. It's more applicable when we have more armor, but we can show you some fun things we can do with Warcry and a Raw Medallion. We can just run in and really mess things up. So let's get back to the entrance. And see if we have enough runes to... yeah, let's see if we have enough runes to level up. Now that wasn't actually the reason we came here, but that was fun. It's always, oh, we should have enough, should have some bits we picked up before. It's always fun to absolutely decimate a boss like that. And this will help us get through Kaled. And as I said, I did actually destroy General Radahn with it. Have we got enough now? I bet we haven't. I meant to. We do. As I was going to say, so our strength is relatively low, but with the benefit of Runark and the Stargazing Elim and obviously that one physique, we can get strength to around 50 artificially. So what I'm going to do is continue to pump intelligence. Do we even wait? No. Let's get Vigor to 30. Let's do Vigor to 30, and then we can pump our intelligence and our strength. We need a bit more. We need endurance to about 20 as well, so we can make some better armor. We need more mind. We need lots of things. We're a kind of hybrid build, so we're always going to be in short supply of things. But as you can see, that's crazy. We're gonna get. I want to get rid of the Burger King helm. That's what I want to do. I want to wear a more substantial armor because as we get more endurance, we can swap out and wear better armor. Look at that. That gives us. What does that do? It gives us more endurance. In fact, we could swap out that out now, couldn't we? If we're going to be using Claim the Redmanes for a bit. So we're not wearing this stupid helm then, are we? But only... Okay. Which is our equip load. We could wear proper armor. I mean... Slowly replenishes HP when HP is reduced. I mean... Increase our poise. But so does that. So yeah, we'll wear that. Impaired. Okay. Slightly less of a mage. And we look like a bit of a random dude. But it does increase our equip load, which means... Yeah. That'll make do with our endurance for a while. Okay, I forgot. Oh, I even had that. So yeah, this means we can pump bigger. We need to get bigger to around, where are we? Well, all the benefits, so at least 40 means we can survive. That'll really help out with Radahn and pressing forward into the game. And we're poisoned. Brilliant. That's what I get for standing around having a conversation while we're being poisoned. Well done, but also, I should say that will reduce, if you think between the other helm and the Relic Scarseal, we were taking 20% more damage, and now we're only taking 10% more damage. So with more vigor, and obviously the Erdtree's favour, or Erdtree's medallion. Talisman. Whoa. Let's, you know what, let's get rid of the poison, shall we not, Bar? Let's do that. Talk about things afterwards. Yeah. Should really have swapped those around, shouldn't I? No. Yeah, let's reduce our carry weight further, and it'll give us, you know, a bit of a better time, quite frankly. So let's drop it here. Go. Forgot about that guy. I always forget about you, don't I? No. Thank you. Okay, let's go. No. There we go. When you're prepared for him, he's much easier to deal with. And that saves none of our resources. Now, the next thing we want to do is... I'm going to scratch my head. And then we're going to drop down here. Like so. And we need to tuck in here super fast. Because our chariot should start following us down here now. Shouldn't he? Yeah, there he comes. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Run. Okay. Well, there goes another rune arc. Okay then, never mind. I'm gonna have to take one, aren't I? Shit. Well, let's not die again. Well, that's annoying. Right, well, let's try and get there as quick as we can. I should have just walked. We had plenty of time. Well, I want to kill this thing to make my life a lot easier. Really. So the way to do this, I remember now, is we need to run down this way. Right, that's it. That's the routine. I remember. I did this the other day with another character, and I'll be honest, I died here a lot of times, but I did learn a couple of things. What I learned is I absolutely despise those things. That takes care of him. Yeah. So let's drop down here. Let's run. You know what? Okay. Get lost. Can you pack that in? Oh, I really wish the R1 would follow working. Oh, mate, no. Yeah. And again, I'll give you the... Right. We went down there last time, didn't we? That's where the boss is, that's right. Was it? Oh no, can't remember. Let's take one of those. Take one of these. Right. Right. Oh, mate. Come on now. Annoying things there. Right. Now we need to hit this thing. So... Right. Paranoid now, always looking for secret doors because I'm a fool. Right. Oh, I knew you were going to drop down, you cheeky little monkey. There we go. This is why I prefer the polearm. That's... You stun them and hit with that, and as our strength increases, we can just murder things. Yeah. And as I said, because you can also get it scale within, so we can also put our ice spear on it and do awful things. Particularly to those magma worms, it absolutely destroys them. Absolutely destroys them. Right, down we go. There we go. Yes, what we want to do in here. So the talisman we need is at the back there, I believe. But you can't see them yet, but we're going to get a couple of those bosses to fight. Or we could just, you know, not fight them, I suppose. Yep, that's the one. No! Come on now. Wow. Well, that's what we wanted, anyway. There are a couple of other things to pick up in there, but I don't really want to waste another rune arc, to be honest. Let me have a quick think. I just want to make sure there's nothing else worth picking up before we go any further. check the map a second. Right. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. Actually, I think there's the only other thing we could pick up in here is the I don't think we've actually found it. Let's just double check. I don't think we picked it up. Yeah, there is the Dragon Community Seal, but we're not really going to be using Dragon incantations or any incantations at all. Actually, the only ones I really want are Flame Grabbing Strength and Holy Vow, just to increase our damage. If nothing else, Flame Grabbing Strength would be the one we want to use. Just to increase our damage and Holy Vow. They're the most useful. Dragon Community is not really going to help us particularly because we're not going to be using anything relevant. This is a... While we're a bit of a strength, you know, we're evolving into a bit of a strength build just to get us to the next area of the game. Like, fundamentally, it's not out of a jam. If we need it, we can always come back, or I can do it in my own time. But that's pretty much what I wanted to accomplish. So, what this means is, because we've got this turtle shell, we can plop on the Tree's Favour here. Now what this does is raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. Like so. That still puts us in a heavy load, but that's okay. Because, well, we can pop a rune arc for one. Be mindful that we don't have very many of them anymore. But we also have the Arsenal Charm we can pop in if we want to. Equipment number, equipment is where we want to go. So this is lowering our FP consumption, which is useful. We could also pop in, for example, the Arsenal Charm. But what I really ideally want is to pop in the Star Scorch Heirloom for the increase in strength, just to really push us over the next milestone in damage. Well, then we can use the next few levels to boost our intelligence and our vigor. Because where we're now, vigor is 34, but our HP is over 1,000. Well, yeah, 1,144, which is respectable. We really want to get to the 1,400-1,500 range to give us some survivability later in the game, because it gets quite difficult. Certainly, the later bosses, you want to get yourself right out of one-shot territory, and as our endurance increases, we want to think about getting better armor and equipment and other things, resistances, and so on and so forth. So yeah, but that'll do for this episode. What we'll do next time, we will probably tackle Fort Gale and start clearing out some of the Kaliad content. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.